something that these kids who then turn into adults struggle with their entire lives, this feeling of not being wanted.
Yeah.
How bad did you want David?
I don't know how to answer that, to be honest with you. Me and my wife wanted kids we wanted kids. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We wanted kids. We wanted to raise kids. How we got them wasn't important. I mean, it was, but I mean, it's, you know, we tried naturally. We were on an adoption list, and we did the artificial insemination because it was presented to us that we could do that, and that's the way we went. And that happened to work first. So
that now young man next to you, I mean, he was always wanted, right?
Oh, more than you know. More than you know. I try to tell him that all the time, but I think he knows it. I think they know it. I mean, their kid, you know, they grew up in I hope they feel they grew up in a loving home. We were always there for them. We always did things with them. And my wife was home for them when they were in school. So they know they're wanted. It's still wanted. I mean, we still get together, you know, on a regular basis with my son when he's at home, and my daughter, she lives here in Rochester too, so, you know, we get together with her and her fiance a lot. So yeah, we're a very close-knit family.
So David, did you always feel that aspect of it? Did you always feel wanted? And did you ever have to go through some of the troubles that some kids have to go through in terms of that? Like I said, it sounds really harsh, but we do meet people all the time that have had to suffer through that. So how did you feel growing up in this family?
The same the way that I feel now. I always felt cherished and adored and prized, and, you know, to your point of a lot of children growing up and not having that. I had a friend when he first found out this story, and he had said to me in jest, but in a way that sort of dropped really hard, he said, I wish my dad had been a sperm donor, because the father who raised me is a man that I didn't want in my life.
Ouch.
And that struck me like a truck, because I've never, ever in my life had to worry about that, and I definitely don't have to now.
So before I let you guys go, anything else you guys want to say to each other? Anything you guys want to say to me? Anything else I need to know?
No. We just love each other.
We do.
You know, it's great. You know, when we first did this, I was adamant afterwards when he started the DNA stuff, and he found out about Morgan, that I didn't want it to go any further. I'll be honest, I was like, no, I don't want anybody to know. Okay, you know this is out, but I don't want any family to know, because we never told anybody. We never let anybody know that's how our kids were conceived. I don't know what people thought, but as far as anybody knew, we had children normally. And that was one of my concerns about that when this started to come out, was what other people thought. And I had to get to that point where I didn't really care what people thought.
Chuck, why did you care? Why was that a concern?
I couldn't tell you. Maybe it was just maybe being looked at as maybe not a man, you know, because, you know, obviously to have children the natural way, you know, and it's been brought up through society as, you know, you're a man because you had a child and that kind of stuff. I think I had to get through that mentality of, I know I'm a man because I raised a child, but I was just, and it was probably not even worth worrying about it, but it was just something I did worry about, that, oh, what other people would think of necessarily me.
Were you ever planning on telling David, if you didn't go down this route of searching through Ancestry.com and that, did you ever want him to know?
No, I'll be honest. We never planned on telling our children. I shouldn't say never. Medically wise, if something really happened to David and he might have needed something from me or something, that might have been an issue then, and it might have had to come up then. But we never planned on telling him, to be honest with you.
And is that because you just had that little bit of fear that they may not look at you the same way if they knew?
No, it was just a decision me and my wife made, that they didn't need to know. We looked at it this way, it didn't change anything for them, between us, you know what I mean? As them being my kids and that. we just felt it wouldn't change anything. But when it came out, yes, then I had the feeling, okay, that's, it's possible that it could happen, that feelings could change.
Are you glad that it's out now, that he knows?
Yes. Yeah. And I'm getting okay with other people knowing it. I haven't really been around too many other people that do know now to have what kind of, if they even say anything. I haven't had anybody call me or anything or text me or nothing. So that's probably a good thing, I guess. But who knows?
Well, thank you guys so much. Anything else you guys like to say? That was wonderful.
No.
He continues to surprise me with the fact that he can say so much. So I've said my stuff before.
My kids, listen, I'm not one for words. I'll be honest with you. I have a hard time with it, articulating what I feel. And my kids will tell you that they always think I've been a hard nose or hard ass over the years because I don't say a lot of things or how I feel a lot of times. It's just the way I grew up. So my dad died when I was 7, so I've been, with women most of my life. So.
Well, I think you articulate yourself quite well today. So, Chuck, David, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You too,
and
man.
David, we'll be in touch.